Hello world of sim racing and welcome to another episode of a weird German sim racer talking to a camera. Today we are talking about our planned upgrades for our machines and effectively we're talking about the weekend. So with last weekend having had the 8 hours of Spa-Francorchamps, the Virtual Endurance Championship, today we are facing the Le Mans Virtual Series, 8 hours of Nordschleife right ahead of us. So tomorrow there will be the qualifying, as it is Thursday today. There will be qualifying for that race, and on Saturday we're gonna have a watch party for the time being of the live stream whilst not being in the car ourselves. And obviously when we're in the car ourselves we're gonna have a little bit of a chat with you. Better say you guys have the exclusive on board. That said, there will be some small changes. I'm currently experimenting with some plugin on OBS, trying to cut out the team communications as that was very much desired, and I can understand it. There's actually something that I have had in mind myself for the other streams as well, like, you know, when talking to Yane or talking to the engineer itself anyway. So we're gonna spice this up a little, we're gonna speed this up, and well, as I've spoken in the first episode of videos that I've done, we're gonna have a little bit of a review of what happened during the week. Let's start with the reason why I now actually do another video on planned upgrades, which was the 8 hours of Spa, because in that race I crashed because my stream was hicking up. And it wasn't the stream itself, it was more my PC, that CPU got clocking so hard that it decided to actually F up. So, you know, while I tried to mid-race sort of fix the CPU issue, my FFB got reset. I was driving down the straight back up to Blanchiment, and all of a sudden FFB dropped, car steered completely to the left, nothing I could have done, and I crashed the car. So that is what happened in Spa, and you know, we still have won the race with quite some margin. Effectively, that margin could have been probably twice or even 3 times the size if not for my shunt. And you know, that was a trigger. Like, I've had this idea of upgrading anyway the past couple of days and weeks. We've already spoke about it, and you know, this particular moment was like, right, you need to freaking sort this shit out. And well, ever since then, I've put the other ideas aside as much as I can, and now thinking about concrete upgrades to the overall system. So I invite you guys to have a chat with me right here, to have your opinions, your experiences in best case, and your general thoughts, tips, ideas, feedback to my idea, sort of opinion, whatever. Because at the end of the day, the plan, the project, and the result will be fueled by me, my money, my semi-clever wisdom on things, and your help on it. So, of course, I will have to do a readout and research myself, but effectively, I hope that some of you guys have some ideas with DSLR cameras, have some ideas with dual PC streaming setup, and generally speaking, have some IT ideas in order to get me up and going. So here's what I plan. Here's what I want to do. CPU, 12th generation Intel i9, 12,900. Full stop. I don't want to have anything less. RAM, I'm looking into DDR5, obviously. 64 gigabytes. GPU, I'm looking for an RTX 3080. And then obviously some onboard SSDs, another SSD, and a big HDD for data. That is sort of the idea behind it. Did I miss anything? Well, other equipments. Well, that is obviously going to be a new PC. I'm not going to upgrade the one I already have. I'm going to get a new PC because the one I already have moves over to become the streaming PC only. Streaming and office PC. So right now I do have an office PC where I do my editing on, where I do my videos on, where I do my thumbnails on, my consultancy reports, my accounting, like everything that is office related. Nothing of that to be found on the racing machine right now, but that machine is choking too. So I try to hit two flies with a single clap. I will get rid of the old office PC that, has done a good service for the last 7 to 8 years. Is in quite some age where things can go wonky. Remember, it's in daily use. And then the second PC, or my current racing PC, will become the second / streaming PC. And this is where things gonna get interesting. So here's the plan. I want to get an Elgato 4K 60 Pro that is sitting on board in the streaming machine and has a push through, or is it through push? Whatever, push through rate of enough in order to be able to display 144 Hz without a single little bit of latency. And here is where you guys are now coming into question for the very first time. First, do I need to expect experiencing latency on the gaming rig when putting GPU to the capture card, from the capture card to the screen? Does this cause latency, yes or no? If it causes latency, will I feel it? Yes or no? Please have the answers down in the comment area below. I will be very, very grateful for that. Variant 2. Do I have to deal or expect latency if I put GPU, then a video signal splitter that goes one direction straight to my screen, other direction into the capture card? Will this cause latency as well? A, will it cause worse latency than the other option? B, will it create no latency or less latency compared to the other option? Or in general, the top question is, what do I need to do to be able to stream from the second PC what happens on the gaming simulation rig whilst having non-latency whatsoever on that rig? That is the big question. That is the question that drives my mind for literally the entire week now. And I really, really hope that some of you guys that are watching this video have come to this point and say, yeah, I got an answer for you, Michi. You will have issues, or you will have no issues whatsoever. Because here is what I plan to do. Obviously, the DSLR camera will be replacing the current webcam in the back of the rig, showing the screen, showing what I do, and I hope that to be in the best quality possible so that you can count the pixels of the screen or something like that. Like, okay, it won't be that that pin sharp probably, but certainly an improvement for the current situation. That is one thing I want to do. So that's not only the reason why I get this capture card, but also a cam link to go into the streaming PC to get a direct connection to this camera, not via USB or anything, but via HDMI straight away. Next up, I want to have a microphone that hangs on top of my head. Also goes straight and directly into the streaming PC, capturing the audio that I'm talking to you. And then obviously for the picture, of course, there will be the occasion where I want to show the gaming picture from the screen or a capture from the screen. So this is how I want to get the audio over to the Simracing PC, is with the game capture or with a screen capture anyway. So I hope the game audio goes over and you guys will be able to hear what I talk, but I want the audio of the team to be separated from the stream anyway, so that we can talk freely on the stream. Those guys don't have to worry anything about what they said or what they will say. And I will have not to worry about any leak of information, obviously. So that is the plan for the PC upgrades. Furthermore, the office PC gets 2 new screens, 1440p. I'm thinking 27-inch for having more possibilities. And on that note, we have the possibility to also expand our content actually. So besides just doing sim racing, we can also drive train simulator. Maybe we get a flight simulator going. Maybe we do a let's play of, I don't know, Age of Empires, Anno, Roller Coaster Tycoon, one of my favorite games in history. You know, I got certain ideas, things that can be done more freely, because even if that machine is not will only be used for office and streaming, then it still has the power to play some good games in good resolution and good quality and fast enough for us to look at it and enjoy it. So also put down your expectations, put down your suggestions of what we should stream, what kind of gameplay you guys would appreciate, whether that is Motorsport Manager or something different. I literally don't care, just give out the ideas. I will have a look whether I'd say, yeah, why not? Could enjoy myself playing that, could also imagine this to be interesting for you. I know the train simulator is probably interesting for a lot of people for some reason I haven't really understood yet, but it's the same with sim racing, and some people still don't understand why we do sim racing instead of real racing and then call it real or whatever. But yeah, that is the topic, more or less done. If you have any hints, if you have any ideas, if you have any useful tips on how to get started, how to get this really going, and how and what to watch out for, like what kind of cables to use, what kind of options to use, what kind of settings to use in whatever area, so that we just get started and that we just get on to the next level. And again, for me, the maximum priority, beside all quality and beside all viewer experience that I want to deliver to you, and you know, I'm ready to invest 5, 6, 7,000 euros into this. But there is one obligation that needs to met all other requirements, which is on my gaming rig, I am not allowed to have a single millisecond latency. I am so anxious of that. Anxious is the wrong word. I have an allergic reaction to input lag. It's like rig flip, rage quit and everything. So I do not want to have any latency on my gaming PC, period. The reason why I'm upgrading this is the same reason why I don't want to have any latency. Lately, a race got eventually screwed over by the stream. And that wasn't any of you guys, that wasn't any of the action said, that was no hiccup from any software really. Well, it was a hiccup from the software. But effectively, what has happened is like my hybrid settings. I run hybrid settings since over a year to be able to stream in some kind of adequate quality. That means having the camera on the back rather than capturing the game. It saves resources on the machine. That means running 90 FPS instead of 144 FPS on the screen in order to save the GPU. And that means rendering on the GPU to not overload the CPU. Well, how shall I say? The worst case has started to be the case, which is I need to now take away even more features, such as the TV overlay, such as, I don't know, some other browser source that is just clipping and clocking up the CPU in the background. Because that clocking up CPU in the background has caused me to have issues, and that has caused me to effectively getting worse performance. Like also the RAM clocked up, and in the end everything blow up. And that blow up you may have actually seen when our factor completely shut down on the 8 hours of Spa. Effectively, imagine if that would happen on the Nordschleife. It shut down literally within 2 or 3 minutes. I may not able to hand over the car, So that will put me into the position of thinking heavily whether I really want to stream, and I'm about to find settings that will make this possible. But yet, I don't want to have the issues in the first place, First, the cam stepped out while I was shutting stuff down. So then the camera froze, and that's the reason why you did not see my crash. I mean, it's probably not bad if you not see my crash, so you can point fingers at me, but is that really the way we want to stream? No. Is that really the way you want to experience the videos? I don't think so either. So we need to get going. We need to have stuff happening. And yeah, my plan actually was to move houses, and while moving houses and pulling down the rig, putting the rig up to do the changes. But yeah, I feel that it is so much more needed, so much more apparent right now that we need it. Yeah, which brings me to the position to actually do the upgrades ASAP. And that means I will need to go all the rings soon. And I'm not sure if Black Friday is coming quick enough. And I don't care about Black Friday. I know you guys are supporting big time. All of you viewing this video, watching this video, and all the donations that have been done before will be probably done in the future. All the subs in every way. They fuel the business. They help me investing on the next level viewer experience for you guys. And I want to, from the bottom of my heart, want to say thank you for all that support. And that's not even a call up for something, it's just like what you guys have done in the last 2, 3, 4 years. All over that, of course, Michael Clark that has done, he has enabled us to do what we do today anyway, period. And many other people have also contributed to that with donations and everything. I am very, very grateful for that, and I am really, really happy that I have such a strong community. It's a small community still, but it's and that is what I value the most about it. It's a community full of peace. And of course, you always have that one guy that says something critical or crucial, or something is criticizing you, whatever. You have that in every community anyway, and that's good. People criticizing you means there is potential for you to step up, to take the feedback, analyze it. What can you think? Yeah, that's right. Or what do you think? It's not so important, whatever. But you can effectively take criticism from it and improve your shit. And I'm very grateful for that this has often been done in a very constructive and in a very positive way. And this is what I'm really thankful for. So at that point, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And I hope you guys will put some suggestions, put some hints, put some tips down in the comment area below. I really need your help at this point, because my wisdom, my knowledge, and my experience for details is not good enough in that IT area. I know how to build a PC, I know what to put in, I know how general stuff is working, but that's it. Because when working in a 2 PC streaming setup, it may come down to to details, and I really want to get the details right. And that's where I need your help, and I'm really counting on you guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great week altogether. I hope you will tune in for tomorrow's LMVS qualifying and for the LMVS 8 hours of Nordschleife this upcoming Saturday. Stream will go live depending on whether I start the car. If I start the car 13:15, if I don't start the car, we start with the watch party 13:45 Central European time, that is. Guys, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. If you have appreciated the video, please hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more sim racing content. And other than that, have a nice weekend, guys. Have pleasant people around you and have a good time. See you. Goodbye.